Okay, so the final user story that we need to take care of still is the job searcher can sign up for email notifications about new jobs. And for this one, what we're going to need to do is actually use tools outside of Boundless. So for managing an email list, really easy one to get started with is MailChimp. And I'm going to show you how we can integrate these email signups into MailChimp. So the first thing we need to do is click here on this button for signing up for notifications and go to the actions and data. So you can see here that what it does is it first creates a lead in the lead table, and then we can add some additional actions or workflow. So the first one I want to do is actually clear the form to kind of notify the user that they have successfully completed their notification sign up. Then the second thing we need to do is actually do the sign up. So if you look here at the workflows, we can send an email, we can send a Slack message, or send an HTTP request. And this is the one that we're going to want to use, is the HTTP request. And we're going to actually send this into Zapier. So in order to fill out this workflow, we first need to create a Zap. So this one is going to be add new job board notification users to MailChimp. Okay, so we're going to set up this first step. So choose our app, and for the app that we're going to use, we are going to use webhooks by Zapier. And we're going to catch a hook. And when you select that, Zapier will then give you a URL. So we'll copy this URL, and this is the URL that we're going to put here in the details. So let's just name this send email subscribers to MailChimp. Well, we'll just actually say Zapier so it's more explicit, and then with Zapier we can actually send them to whichever email subscription service we want to use. For these, I like to use the form encoding. I don't think it matters. Zapier is pretty good at catching either. And for the key, we will say email, and then for the value, it's going to be currentleads.email. Yep, great. And then we will create that workflow. So the next thing we need to do is save this. We'll publish the site. Everything seems to be working there. And then we will go ahead. What we're going to do is we're going to actually submit one of these so that we have test data to work with. So I'm going to say, okay, I did this, which means Zapier is now looking for that information to be sent. And we will go ahead and do that. So you see it cleared it out. And we'll come back here. And hopefully, yep, there it goes. So it just caught that email, and we see email test@test.com. Continue. So now that we have the data in Zapier, we can actually do whatever we want with it. So if you use MailChimp, or if you use ConvertKit, if you use any of 100 different email solutions, you can then come in here and just add /update subscriber. We can choose the list we want to add it to. So we have all the different audiences you can choose. You select your subscriber email from here. So test@test.com. Choose the list you want to add it to, and then set that Zap up. So now every time someone fills this out, that information will go to Zapier, and they'll be added to the correct mailing list in MailChimp.